Hi, it's Simon from Velovision here. I'm joined by Mark, who's one of the founding partners of Tern. Here we've got the Tern GSD, very exciting model. I was wondering if you could just tell us a bit about this bike and what makes it different from all the others.
Sure. The GSD is something that we have just launched in September at Eurobike, August, September, and it came about because Tern has recently got involved in selling electric bikes, as you're probably aware, with the Vectron. But we also have been selling cargo bikes for some time, and we, as all the founder members of Tern, employees of Tern, all ride bikes, and we like to use bikes as much as we possibly can in our lives. But, of course, whenever you need to carry any degree of stuff, we all resort to driving a car, which is understandable. So we wanted to find a way around that. We wanted to find a way of combining cargo with bike. Well, that's fine, and the cargo bike that we sold and still sell, which is called the Cargo Node, is a great product. But as soon as you hit a hill or go into the wind or anything like that, you really start struggling, and the load that you can carry is pretty limited. So what we wanted to do was to combine that cargo with the electric bike, and then all of a sudden we end up with a product that really works. Now, there were a number of other features that we felt were necessary when designing an electric cargo bike. Those were manoeuvrability, because most cargo bikes are pretty huge. You know, they're fantastic machines, beautifully made, they carry loads of stuff, but you need a double garage to park them in, and if you're riding them around central London, you have a real struggle just getting around, and if you need to negotiate sort of pedestrian areas or anything like that, it's like having a car, and it becomes a real problem. So we wanted something that we could ride like an ordinary bicycle. So what we ended up doing was using a lot of our experience on manufacturing small wheel bicycles, so which of course we understand. So we decided to go for 20-inch wheels. That immediately means that the overall package size of even a cargo bike is not much bigger than a conventional full-size city bike. However, that allows us in the same overall length to have space for cargo as well. And that gives you something that you can maneuver. And this particular bike we have developed further so that you can store it. So folding is obviously something that we also understand. So we've made the handlebars fold, we've made the seat go up and down, so that you can, when the bike is to be stored, it actually takes up a much smaller amount of space. I'll just demonstrate that. So you can drop the handlebars down and the seat down like that, and you end up with an overall package which is really very small. It also will stand on end, so you can stand it up on its tail, and when it's in the fold, you can have 6 of them lined up in a space that normally would just be the shape of a cupboard, something like that. So we further developed it so that it would be able to take enough cargo to ensure that in commercial applications it can be used properly. So if you're doing deliveries in town as a delivery driver, you can have a full payload, including rider, of 200 kilos. So take off the weight of the bicycle, 27 kilos, and the weight of the rider. You've still got probably 80, 90 kilos worth of payload that you can put on board, which is enough for most jobs. In a nutshell, that's where we're coming from on it. Oh, I should say that we've got this one decked up for transporting goods. You can transport people as well. So on the rear here, you can have 2 child seats. You can have a pad for an adult to sit on, and of course you can have racks on the front as well.
Okay. So on a lot of the continental marketing, as you mentioned, you have the capacity to have the 2 children or an adult on the back. With that in mind, can you also then carry additional cargo on that as well, or does it just become sort of like a transport?
One of our publicity videos shows one of my colleagues taking his 2 kids to the park with all of the equipment that they need at the park, including a tent and a goal for his football and all that sort of thing. So yeah, I mean there's enough room. You put all the luggage on. If you've got 2 children, you put the 2 children on the back and all your luggage on the front.
And then it's got 2 batteries, hasn't it? Capacity for 2 batteries.
It has capacity for 2 batteries. It comes supplied as standard with one 400 watt-hour battery. You can fit a second battery, which can be 300, 400, or 500 watt-hour battery. So you can have up to 900 watt-hours on a battery. The way it works, and Bosch has been quite clever about this, is it draws the power from both batteries simultaneously or in parallel. I'm not quite sure how to get it, so that you don't use one battery up and then have to switch the other one. They're both connected.
And it's a 250 kilometre range, is that right?
So if you're on Eco, it'll be 250 kilometres. If you're on Turbo, you probably come down to 100 kilometres, something like that. So yeah, it depends how you use it. It's the same with all electric bikes.
And has it got any sort of locking mechanism? So if you're a delivery rider and you need to
so we put provision on for locking mechanism, so you can have a ring lock on the front wheel. I think in the UK market we don't specify that, but for the German market we do. But it's something you could add on as an option.
And do you know the total weight of the bike?
Total weight of the bike is about 27 kilos. It depends on which bits are added and which aren't. We have kick pegs, foot pegs at the rear. So if you have those added on, they add an extra 200 grams. So it's about 27, 28. And it is light, but it's also quite heavy actually compared to a conventional bicycle.
Yeah.
So if you strip it back and you say this is just a bicycle, and it does ride like a bicycle by the way, but if you strip it back to just be a bicycle, that is quite a heavy bicycle, but it needs to be heavy because it's been very much reinforced to take the extra loads. So even things like the tyres, which are a special edition tyre manufactured for us by 12, they are a heavy-duty tyre.
Yeah, and that's for the benefit of not having to sort of lug an extremely heavy bike up to change tyres, and also, it's got special brakes to.
Yes, so we have cargo bike brakes as well. So I mean, everything has been made to be cargo rather than upgraded from a bike.
Yeah, you're not sort of adapting from something. You're actually making something that's fit for purpose.
It's industrial quality. Everything.
Yeah, and what's the reception been like from people who are using delivery bikes and cargo bikes, that sort of thing?
Everybody we speak to just falls in love with the bike. I mean, everybody from consumers through dealers through all our distributors, right the way to the press. Everybody we put on this bike comes back with a great big grin on their face saying, this is the bike that I need.
Yeah. I'm afraid I did forget one of the most important questions, which was what the settings are available for electric assist. So you said an Eco.
So it's the Bosch system, and it has Eco, Sport, Turbo, Eco, what's the middle one? Anyway, it's 5 settings.
Yeah. Okay, good.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Eco to Sport, Turbo. The only thing I would say is it does fit the whole family.
Yep.
So as you can see, the saddle height adjustment goes down very low, but it also goes very high. So you can
see the Dutch bar.
If you have the German 6'8" or whatever it is, then we can ride it as well. So we do also make alternative handle posts, so we can even make a longer handle post as well.
And are there any plans in terms of how it's developing? For example, like a non-electric version? Or?
We have discussed a non-electric version, and we do get asked quite a lot about it. But the truth of it is that it works really best as an electric bike. And there are plenty of cargo bikes out there that probably probably do the job quite well as a cargo bike, but an electric cargo bike just changes everything. We have designed this with a specific purpose in mind, and electric is a very important part of that. So at the moment we don't have a non-electric version. As I say, we've had a lot of inquiries from people that have suggested it might be a good idea. It's a pretty heavy non-electric bike if we were to make it, and actually it would be a completely new project to make it, because if you strip out the motor and the battery, then the whole frame has to be changed.
And then so another vision's an international publication. So in terms of how the readers and the viewers will be able to actually go and see this, so you said it's launching spring next year.
So we have initial deliveries coming in Q1 2018. We're not able to give you a specific date on that. Q1 means shipping from the factory in Vietnam, and that could be as late as the 31st of March. So we're talking about April latest in the market is what we're quoting at the moment.
Okay. And are there any sort of tours taking place so that you can see these? Obviously, compared to some of the traditional cargo bikes, it's very different, and from a ride prospect, it's a lot more comfortable and maybe not the right term, but enjoyable ride compared to traditional cargo bikes with a long wheelbase and the tiny little wheels. This is a lot more sort of user-friendly, I'd say, potentially.
It is, but it's very much like all other Bosch equipped electric bikes, and so yes, we will have initial deliveries coming into the UK. I suspect those will all sell through very quickly, so whilst they are in the shops, then people, if they want to try them out, need to have a look at them then. Keep their eyes peeled. We'll be making quite a lot of noise about it when they arrive.
And price point wise, what's it? Do you know what it is?
So it retails at £4,000. So, and I believe it's just over €4,000.
Sure. Excellent. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.